Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC update. I hope you are doing great today. So Bitcoin just had its first 3-day candle close yesterday, and as I stated in my previous YouTube video, it is very important to keep track of these 3-day candle closes over the next couple of days in order for us to understand where Bitcoin will head next. And because we had that 3-day candle close, I thought to give you one more update to see if anything has changed with regards to my previous update or not. I will also be talking about the DXY and gold, seeing the whole Israeli conflict happening in the Middle East, so it's only natural for me to bring these two up as well. So stick around to the end of the video because it will get very informational. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot if you can help the channel grow. With that being said, guys, let's jump straight to the charts and go to Bitcoin first. So as you can see, BTC did close the 3-day candle, and it is a nice bullish close. It's something that I wanted to see, obviously, with BTC closing around 27,600. And if you remember from my previous update, I think that BTC is going to play either one of these two scenarios, one of them being the bearish one, which is right here, and the other one is the bullish one, which is right here. And you can see that in both scenarios, the 3-day EMAs are cross bearish, BTC is above them, but the difference between the left one and the right one is that basically on the left one, you held the 3-day EMAs as support with nice long wicks on the 3-day candle close, showing interest in that area, buy zone basically, whereas in the bearish scenario, we did not. We basically failed to hold the 3-day EMAs as support. We went below them, got a nice rejection here, and then continuation of the drop. So currently right now, even though that BTC is retracing, it is only natural for it to do so. And let me explain why, right? As you can see, the 3-day candle close here was bullish because I'll probably get this question, Maze, how did we close bullish what we're still retracing? Well, the close is bullish, similar to here. The close was bullish, but you can see we did another lower low, lower than the previous one on the 3-day candle close. And then we did one more, and then we started to move up. So for me, what is important over at least the next 6 days or so is for BTC to be holding this area of 26.7 towards 27.1. That area is very important for us in order to see continuation to the upside for BTC. If we do get a bearish 3-day candle close under the 3-day EMAs, near to the 3-day EMAs, it will not be looking good for the bulls in this short term, meaning in the next couple of weeks to come. I think long term, October and November, we should see movement towards the upside. As I've stated in my previous update, Bitcoin can do a triple top, a head and shoulder, a lower high. All of them are in the cards, and we are still in play for the bulls unless we lose the weekly EMAs. That's another story, and I will talk about that obviously later. So yeah, 3-day candle closed nicely. We have to wait for the second 3-day candle close. Currently, I think BTC is basically just going for liquidity more than anything else, and then we will just have to wait and see the reaction around this area between 26.7 and 27.100. Another thing to state is on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see here, just to give you an idea of what it might look like. If you follow me on Twitter, I posted something on Twitter which is basically 3 scenarios that might happen. And you can see here the 3 scenarios are basically yellow, blue, and red. Obviously, the red one is now invalid because we are following the path of the yellow one. As you can see here, we got the rejection, and then we're dropping similar to the yellow scenario. And obviously, the blue scenario is the same thing, but the difference between the yellow scenario and the blue scenario is basically that the yellow scenario has no rejection on the bottom of the trend line or the bottom of the parallel channel, whereas the blue scenario has a rejection. So what does that basically mean? Well, to put it simply, that just basically means Bitcoin cannot do this. This is not allowed, right? For continuation to the upside. If it does that, I stated in my previous video as well, we can go as low as 25.5 or even 24 to search for more liquidity before starting to move up. Like I said, I still think the general direction over October and November is up, but the midterm direction right now will depend on the next couple of days to see if BTC gets a rejection, it gets a nice move up. It will all depend on that. So basically, guys, nothing has changed in my previous update. I still believe that we're searching for liquidity, and I still believe that we need to wait to see at least the 3-day candle close, how they close. The first one was good. But let's wait and see the other ones. Now, moving on to DXY, because it's very important as well with the whole Israeli conflict happening in the Middle East. Well, the DXY, nothing has changed for me as well. I stated this in my Twitter long time ago, and I made this parallel channel, this upward parallel channel, which is bearish in nature, by the way. And I said that the DXY on the monthly is bullish, but on the 12 month it's bearish. So most likely we are going up to reach these highs or to test them again before a super drop towards the downside, losing the channel. And if you, well, I don't like to take fractals too much into consideration, but my fractal says around 2028 for this move to be finalized. It could happen earlier, it could happen later, no one knows. It's just my best guess of how the market is going to move for the DXY. I still believe this should go up, and I still believe this is the target area before the breakdown of the DXY. Whereas gold, let's see what's happening with gold. So gold is kind of interesting, to be honest, right? Very, very interesting. First of all, we are in an ascending wedge, right, or rising wedge. These are very, very bearish in nature. They tend to break to the downside, and basically their target is the bottom. All right, that's from a technical analysis. Now, gold is not really TA. It's not really connected to a TA as much, but it does. TA does give you hints and clues. We did form a triple top formation, obviously bearish in nature. We are bearish, I think, on the monthly. Let me just check the indicators just quickly. On the monthly, we are bearish, and on the 12 month, we are slightly bearish. I wouldn't say super bearish. So that means, and I think I stated this in the live update that I did last time on YouTube, I think the general direction for gold should be this, all right? This trend line once more. All right, and then after that I will check the indicators again. The only thing that I don't like about gold is just this pattern. The rising wedge pattern is not something I like, but it's very, very natural for it to be doing something, let's say like this, and then consolidating, and then have its breakout to the upside. What you need to see is gold above this green trend line, which is basically the 2K area, with monthly closes above it, okay, holding it as support, and that's a telltale sign that, you know, you can see gold up to 3K in the next couple of years. Whereas in the short term, let's go to the daily, and let's see the daily and the weekly. Daily is in an uptrend, and weekly is still no uptrend for the weekly. So most likely what's happening for gold is just basically a retest to get a rejection. That's basically, I think, the case. So we have this area of resistance. I would put it around here. Maybe we can adjust it slightly better to get full view. So we have an area of resistance, and I think it's going for the retest of this area around 1900. Rejection there, obviously very bad telltale sign that it's going to go even lower. Breaking up, just retesting the highs one more. That's it, near 2K. And gold will be doing this till finally it decides to either break to the upside or to the downside. My best guess over the next year or so, I think the direction should be here, not here. But we will have to wait and see, because this is a very slow moving asset. It takes a long time for it to finalize its direction. So that is it for the BTC update, the gold update, and the DXY update. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I will try to update you guys as much as I can with regards to Bitcoin, gold, DXY. And if you have any other suggestions or you want something else in the channel, please leave comments below so I can see what you guys like, so I can try to update you guys with regards to those suggestions and ideas. Thank you guys for watching the video as always, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.